Okay, now we are online on YouTube. So, hello, YouTube. Good morning. I'm here with Eduino and Fernando, and today we'll talk about social media. And before we start, I'd like to introduce how TNT works. So, Talk Talk is a platform for you to develop your language skills and achieve fluency in the language. And within the platform, we have English, Spanish, Italian, French. So, here is a safe place to practice, okay? Um, Here we don't correct you, even if you learn so much with this, with that. And remember, I'm not English teacher. I'm just student facilitator in search of my English, in search of my fluency in the language, just like you. So sometimes I make some mistake about grammar, expressions, and vocabulary. Okay. I think that's it about talk and talk. And okay. I know everyone here want to practice English, so I would like to say respect your colleagues' speak time. Okay, so because we don't have much time to talk, but that's it. And now I introduce myself. My name is Suelen. I'm 29. I live in a small city in Rio de Janeiro for my family. I have a degree in human resource, post-graduation degree in organizational psychology, and now I'm attending my second degree in business administration. And I work with quality in a steel company here in my city. I'm here on Talk Talk since 2021, improving my English, and 2023 I become a hostess here. So yeah, in my free time I like to go out with my friend, with my boyfriend. Let me see more. I like to study language. I love to eat, and sleep as well. I like to hiking and read books. That's it about me. So, Fernando, go ahead.
Oh, good morning, guys. I'm Fernando. I think it's the first time with you, so I'm here in talk, my first immersion with you. But I'm have been here in Talk for 2 months nowadays for improving my English, and I I work as a product owner, and I stay here for improve my English. That I because I just like to work for a company abroad, maybe. I live here in São Paulo, capital, and I'm married. And I have two daughters, and in my free time, I like to spend a lot of time with my family, and I I like to go to the park and the shopping mall, and then go with another things with my family, you know. I think that's just it for me, guys. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Eduino, how about you?
All right. I'm Eduino. I'm 30 years old. I was born in Luanda, capital city of Angola, but I have been living in Brazil since 2014, almost 11 years living here. For I came to Brazil for studying, but along the way, I was loving living here because I'm living here during this time. I live in south of Brazil, more specifically in São Leopoldo. My city is 30 minutes away to Porto Alegre capital. I work remotely to a company in São Paulo. I graduated in cartography engineer, but I never work with. I work as a software engineer. And in my free time, I enjoy reading book, hang out with friends, listen music, and study programming language to improve my skills. I'm here in Talking Talk since July last years because I believe that it can open doors, improve my communication skills, and help me to get job abroad, well-paying job in the future. Yeah, I think that's it. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you, Duino. Thank you for asking. Thank you for sharing your introduce yourself. Thank you so much. Leanderson.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm sorry about my webcam stopped work correctly. For now, I'm using my cell phone like a webcam right now. I hope you hear me well. I'm Lee Anderson. I live in Barueri, São Paulo. I work with technology. I live with my wife and my children. I have two kids. Uh, I'm here to improve my English skill. I hope to work international company in a few months, and that's it for me. Take care, everybody.
Thank you so much, Leanderson. And Leanderson, I start with you the first question. So, how do you describe your current relationship with social media? And do you feel it's connects you with others and adds value to your life? Or do you notice that most of the time it's absorbs your energy and reduce your ability to focus on what truly matters?
Well, in my case, I don't use social media like Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. I use WhatsApp to talk to my family and LinkedIn to expand my network. I used to be addicted to short videos and spend a lot of time scrolling and through Instagram. So I decided to quit. So I cloud focus on my studies.
Yeah, I think social media, I don't know how to say that in English. Let me see how can I say that. Yeah, social media reduce our focus in how like the questions say uh what truly matters. But I think about internet and social media, there are good things and bad things. So I think we have to have balance in this situation because it's complicated. Because people here, a lot of people here on Talk Talk work with technology, IT and things like that. So we have to work. We have not. They have to work with technology, social media, and things like that. So I think people don't have focus on work in their job. It's complicated because it's easier to focus in other thing, in see memes or other things on internet. So I think it is very difficult for these people, for to work with the internet, social media, and don't see TikTok and Twitter and other things. Okay, thank you, Leanderson. Eduino, how about you?
Yeah, in my case, I would say my relationship with social media is moderated. I mainly use LinkedIn and WhatsApp. I don't have Instagram. I remember many years ago I had difficult to take Instagram away. Fortunately, I complete 3 years without Instagram. Actually, I only have LinkedIn and WhatsApp, which help me to stay connected with my co- professional contacts, to stay in touch with my family, because I live so far to for my family. WhatsApp is so useful in my case to stay in touch with my family. I don't spend a lot of time scrolling in social media. I can say social media doesn't drain my energy, but I notice it sometimes. Uh, I I am on YouTube watching short videos. Yeah, it can distract me from important tasks. I try to use social media as a tools to learn new things, to improve my skills, like content related to personal growth, to motivational, especially podcast, rather than using letting social media taking control of my times or my focus. I try to use only for learning or just to relax. When I want to disconnect from my work, yeah, I use YouTube. I watching videos on YouTube related to football, to improvement contents. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eileen, for your sharing. And Fernando.
For me, my gosh, I agree with Edwin because the social media turn turn for you the give you an opportunity to connect with another people, you know, because of this I use normally I use LinkedIn for connect for another people, but I think that I Instagram i- is for connecting other people too, but if you don't be care about how many times you stay on Instagram just scrolling videos, I think it's the time for you. It's lost, you know. But I nowadays I think that social media is it's good for depends of the your use because if you use for your improve, you know, for connecting another people and meeting a new people or person. But I think it's totally possible to have a good time in social media, you know. But guys, I don't know what your opinion, but about the WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a social media in your opinion or not? Because I think that's just a communication, you know. What do you
It's a
think,
social
Sue?
media,
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
I think it's social media, but
nice,
it's a different social media. But yeah, I think we put WhatsApp there.
nice.
I remember last year I stayed for 5 months, maybe more or less, without Instagram and LinkedIn and social media, just with WhatsApp, and it was the best time in my life because I remember when I passed for a waste time in social media. I compare myself with the others, because I think when we waste time in this social media, people put there a lot of things that's not true. It's not a real life. So, and when you see that, we start to compare ourselves with the others and demand so much of ourselves. So I think this social media we have to be careful to use it because at the same time it's good, okay, but at the same time it's bad. So we have to have balance with the social media. And I remember happened it so much with me on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is the same thing. Okay, it's a job tool, work tool, and but there it's a I think it's my opinion, but I think it's ego too, that people there disputa, ego and status and things like that, so I don't like it. So I stopped to use because was bad for my mental health. LinkedIn helped me so much because I started to work in my company because there. But at the same time, it's not you have to know how to use LinkedIn. Don't compare yourself with the others, the same people that work in the same area or the same job like you. So I think it's complicated, you know. I demand so much of myself because I spend not. I waste some time. I spend a long time in social media, and I start to compare myself with the others because that. So I think it's important to separate time, you know, to use my cell phone. Put there how hours I use cell phone, you know, and social media. So I waste a long time on social media. So it's complicated now. I want to stop to disable my account again because this is good for me. But okay, let's go to number two. Eduino, I start with you. What do you consider the biggest thief of your attention when you use social media during the day? Is it the flood of notification, the habit of constantly checking your phone, or the comparison with other people's lives? Can you give some examples?
Yeah, in my case, I think that the biggest thief of attention is the habit of constantly checking my phone. Even when I have no notification, it seems like automatic. Take my phone and open apps to see updates. Sometimes I notice myself scrolling without realizing how much time has passed, especially in WhatsApp groups or yeah. In my phone, I disable all notification, but I still open the apps every time to checking for updates. Yeah, it's affecting my productivity, especially when I have a task to do. Yeah. Uh, I don't have a temptation to compare my life with others' posts. I agree with you when you say LinkedIn is becoming like Facebook, but few years ago, LinkedIn was very different. But by now, seems like everybody's perfect, everybody's right very well, but it's not easy. But I try not to compare myself with others. I try to focus on my goals, on my purpose, where I am. Yeah, but I know it can very distracting if I am not careful about these things. Yeah, but to sum up, the biggest distraction in my case is a temptation to checking my phone even when I have no notification. Yeah.
Thank you for your sharing. Fernando.
In my case, I think for me, it's the WhatsApp is the thief, for me, because I think that I need to share for the people who send a message, but I don't stay. I spend a lot of time on Instagram, but I think if you take care, because it's if you start to scrolling on Instagram, the time is over for you because of this. But about the LinkedIn, I agree with you guys because the LinkedIn turn like Facebook, but I feel that I still nowadays we can I'm meeting with other people, I think it's there are opportunities there for your sharing your career and looking for a new opportunity, and start contact with another people. I think it's possible in on LinkedIn, but the LinkedIn is a little bit became Facebook. It's a social media for sharing uh, uh, thinks it's don't necessary there, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you so much, Fernando. Leanderson.
Well, in my case, like doing WhatsApp groups have been a hindrance to me. Nowadays, I confess that sometimes I spend time on YouTube, but I used to be addicted on Instagram, and I that got in that way. The solution in my case was to delete the profile and replace it with something else. Well, I remember I was start to go to gym, to go to the gym, make exercise, to read some books. Nowadays, I'm more disciplined about it.
Yeah, I think in my case, it's the mix of constantly checking my cell phone, and the comparison with the other people because um, I when I it's just when my anxiety it's high, you know, when my mind it's a mess. I constantly check my cell phone, constantly check social media, and because I don't know what my mind search, on social media. I don't know. I think he search for things to. I don't know how to explain that in English, even in Portuguese, but it's a sensation like to search for a thing that bring me a sensation that I don't know how to say that because my body it's I don't know how to say acostumado in English, to feel the anxiety, like tipo coração batendo rápido and things like that, So when my anxiety is so high, I constantly check my cell phone, constantly compare myself with the others, and I like this sensation, because my brain it's acostumado to feel it, so because that I do these things. But when my mind it's calm, my thoughts it's in order, I don't do it so much, I can breathe and separate the things, do my tasks without checking my cell phone all the time and comparing myself with the others.
Do you think, guys, the social media brings your more anxious, for example, or other things?
In my case,
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
I guess yes, but nowadays there is a term for that called brainhood. Brainhood. So it's people who addicted your own brains to check the phone every time and check media socials every time, social media every time. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Mm,
I agree. I think that anxiety for me is accumulation of future. Is that when you think excessively about the future and the past also too. When you see on the Instagram your friend or whatever, their life is so cool, travel and everything. You think about your life. You compare about yourself. Yeah, I'm late. I have to stay long. My life is so slow, and it's bring you anxiety. Yeah, very thoughts about the future. Yeah.
yeah, because do you idealize the other's life, and oh my God, I want to live like that. So because that we overthink and compare ourselves. So in my case, it happened so much. So when happened it, I started to I stop. I try to stop to see the Instagram and things like that, but it's hard for me, but I try. Okay. So let's go to the number three. Fernando, Experts of talking about conscious use versus automatic use of social media. In what situation do you catch yourself scrolling without a clear purpose? And what impact does this have on your oh my God, productivity and the emotional well-being?
Oh my gosh, for me, I think it's all the time. I, how can I say, we scrolling without clear purpose, you know? I think because if I think about the Instagram, it's not a purpose on Instagram. It's if I stay on Instagram scrolling without purpose, I think my opinion, because Instagram that is stay there, it's uh, I don't know how can I say this, but it's another good way for it. So just to stay there, you know, it's not a proposal. For example, when we stay on YouTube for watching a video for studying, for example, you know, because there are a lot of things for your improving your skills on YouTube. Depends of the use for YouTube too, but I think, in my opinion, on Instagram, it's not a clear or good proposal on Instagram, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it depends because I listen you to talking about it. I heard you talking about it, and the automatic in my mind bring it something. Um Depends of your purpose because we have different purpose. I say it is not just for women, but about gossip. People go to social media to search for gossip, you know, and if it that people search for it was a purpose to find something on social media, on Instagram or things like that. Okay, it's a purpose to go there and search for a gossip or things like that because there exists a lot of gossip, not just on Instagram, on Twitter as well. I don't have Twitter, but I think there exists a lot of things because sometimes my friends talk to me about it. But like I said, it's different purpose, you know. And I think social media um turn maybe I don't know if this word is right, but turn people it's not dumb, but with less not less information, but I don't know how I explain that, but I think you understand me. Like people don't it's not all the people, but I think most of part of the time people that use social media don't want to study, don't want to learn something new, you know, about ability, about maybe their job, and things like that, you know, don't want to grow up in a professional side and personal side as well, you know. So I think I don't know how to say that without tipo, judge people, you know. But I think you understand me. I say it, but you go to YouTube, people don't judge me because that. But I we just talking about this subject, okay? So, Leanderson, sorry.
We are in the third question, right? So, well, these days I don't spend much time uh, on useless things. Sometimes I watch stand-up videos on YouTube, but not like before. I was really addicted. Today I realize that if I'm not be careful, I end up scrolling through LinkedIn too, and I realized that caution is needed on all sides.
Thank you so much. Eduino.
Yeah, I'm becoming addicted with videos related to short videos on YouTube related to cats and people cooking. Yes, I usually scroll automatically when I'm tired or bored, or like after lunch or right before bed. Yeah, I don't have a clear purpose when I open my YouTube to watch this video. So I spend more time than I planned. It consequently reduced my productivity because I postpone other tasks, and consequently it sometimes affects my mood. Yeah, I feel restless. I feel like, whoa, I have to take action and end these tasks. Yeah. Nowadays, I try to be more conscious about why I open an app and settings limits to use. I think that it's helped me to control, to track my time and become less mentally drained. Yeah, when I use social media.
For
Yeah.
me, it's the same, we doing it. When I a little bit to rest, the first time, the first thing I started is that started my cell phone and scroll on Instagram for just to rest.
Yeah, and when you do know you said about when you go to sleep, you catch your cell phone and scrolling videos, watching, videos. When you wake up, do you feel good or bad? Because I think when I go to the bed, watching some videos on cell phone or maybe checking my social media, when I wake up, I'm not wake up well because I think I'm not rest, in a good way. So I feel I get up tired. My mind get up tired, and when I wake up when I catch my cell phone as well, happened the same thing.
Yeah, it's very common. I use it before bed, before sleep, but sometime when I have no sleep, I put some podcast to listen to sleep. But sometimes I fell asleep and forget the phone, and I end up wake up so tired too, as you said. Yeah, it's happened to me. I try to sleep in silence without any sounds. It's a better way to have a good sleep. Yeah, I agree with you. Mm.
Yeah, I think sometimes I do that. I not put podcast, but sometimes I put some music, with sound of the rain and nature and things like that, to calm my mind and try to sleep.
Oh,
But
I use that too. I
yeah.
usually I usually to sleep I usually the heart sound frequency hertz to
Mm-hmm.
sleep. That's a nice
Okay.
way. But I
Yeah.
think the ideal would be to sleep away from the phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes help me to sleep, but if my mind is so agitada, I don't know how to say that in English, it's difficult to sleep, to rest my mind. Okay, to relax my mind. And you, Fernando, do you do something about it?
For sleep, for put
Yeah, before sleep, or maybe when you wake up, you
no,
wake up well when you use a
yeah,
cell phone.
normally I will sleep very tight, very early, but when when I wake up, normally in the morning, I need to take my daughter at school, but after that, I start. Normally, I use on Instagram for watching videos, but for sleep, not. I think just when I wake up.
Okay, thank you. So let's go to number 4. Um, I think you will talk about it, but let me see. Yeah, I think I will skip the number 4, guys, okay? So let's go to number 5. So, do you know if you had to design a personal strategy to prevent social media from interfering with your daily concentration, what concrete steps would you take? For example, limiting time, deleting apps, using screen time reminders, and why you do it.
Yeah, I would start to setting specific limit time for each apps, maybe 20 to 30 minutes a day per for social media, only for to stay up to date. And I also turn off notification for non-essential apps, and yeah, and dedicate my times on important things. In my computer, I have software that's helped me to use a Pomodoro techniques when I set a specific time to focus more on the tasks and intervals of time to rest. I can use this time to rest, maybe to check important message, maybe. And yeah, uh, I delete apps when it is necessary, and set focus mode on my phone. Yes, these steps help me to stay present and reduce my unnecessary scrolling. Yeah, and protect my mental energy, and focus on important tasks, especially when you work from home. I work from home remotely, and when you work from home, you have a temptation to scrolling, to surfing in another place because you use internet all times. Yes, it's very easy to stay distracted on the internet. Yeah. When you work in person, maybe you have other colleagues around you, you can talk. Yeah. But when you work remotely, you have more temptation.
Yeah, I know it because I already work remotely, and for me it was good because you have more time to do your things because you are at home. But at the same time, you don't have people to distract in your mind, people like talking with the people, talking about job. You just have to talk on social media, like WhatsApp or maybe Teams or some work tools, that have in your work. So I think working remotely have a good good things and bad things. So, but now I work presential, and it's good because you distract your mind, you have other people to talk, and you don't catch your cell phone so much. But at the same time, in my case, the way, né, the way, o caminho, né, to go to the work and to back to my home, it's cansativo, né? Tired. That's it. Thank you, Eduino. Fernando, how about you, the number 5?
For me, I think that a good strategy is don't have a lot of apps. I just link it LinkedIn on and Instagram and WhatsApp because it's necessary to communicate for another people. It's it for me. I think if you have a lot of another apps, I know that a lot of people have on X now, the Twitter, no, it's turned X now, but I don't know what working this app, because I don't like. I think it's a good strategy for you. If you have a lot of apps, your time is spent to share or to listen and look for app for by app, because if you don't have a lot of apps, it's more easy for us, and you don't have to spend a lot of time on your phone.
Thank you, Fernando. Anderson.
Well, Eduino brought up a good point. Pomodoro technique, it's a great technique for many things. I use Pomodoro to study, for example. But when this happened to me, when I became addicted, I tried to limit it, to limiting my access time or accessing only from my computer instead of my phone. But it didn't work for me. The only solution was to delete my profile, and I couldn't find other way or other solution. That unfortunately, that's the only way to be free.
Mm. When you start use the Pomodoro technical, you put on the timer for the fixing working 5 minutes before that is a rest, What do you do when they use this technique?
I was used I was used a limited myself to check my cell phone for 5 times for only 30 times. So I work 25 times and I will rest 5 times. But uh, didn't work for me. Eu ultrapassei this time many times, and well, the only solution was to delete my Instagram profile, and it was good for me because I remember I was overweight in that time, and I substituted my social media to exercise, to read books about desenvolvimento pessoal. I don't know how to say it in English. And it was very, well, I grew myself. And today I can see how social media can be madness for our brains. So I have the opinion that was created for this purpose specifically, and not to connect people. So, well, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I already use it, Pomodoro as well. And for me, well, the break time, I think break time is not good for me like you, Leanderson. I passed this time, and what worked for me when I delete, I not delete, I disable my account, and I create another account, but I don't follow anyone. And I just follow pages that I used to study, like pages with English, French, and Spanish, because that's the language that I study. And was good for me because I just when I was distract my mind, I enter in this, I go to this profile, and I don't watching people that I know there, and to compare myself with them. And when I stay for a long time in it, I stopped to use the Instagram, because there is not um I think that bring to me my anxiety. So I stop to use it and focus in my thing, because I stay to focus, because I don't see distraction, with the comparison and other things. For me, it was good, and now I don't have that account anymore. but I back to my first account, my uh, personal account. But I limit my time on social media. I try to limit because sometimes I pass this time. And I put my cell phone in not disturbing my uh, the notification. So I just see notification when I catch my cell phone and open the apps and things like that. I eu tirei all the notification on my cell phone, and my cell phone all the time staying in a airplane mode. And the people don't call me. I don't receive calls. I don't receive a message because it's in an airplane mode, and I deactivate the Wi-Fi, internet, and things like that, to focus on my things. That's it.
Yes,
So,
I would like to put my cell phone on not
airplane mode.
notification. Yeah, airplane mode, but I have a daughter and she's a
Mhm.
teenager, and sometimes we have to go to the at school on by bus. And because of this, sometimes I put my focus on the work, but if receive a notification for just on WhatsApp, for me it's necessary. But I just like to put my cell phone on the on the airplane mode. But for me it's not good because of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I feel it because my parents it's older, elder. But I when I stay at home, all my family at home, I put in my cell phone in this mode, because it's okay. Everyone here in my home, so I safe because I see all people here. But when I go to work, sometimes I do it, but sometimes I put it on. Put it on. No, I activate this mode because I activate notification and things like that because not activate. I put it in not disturbing, but my father, my mother, and my young brother is my emergency contact. And these three, if they call me or send message, appear the notification, and the others not. So for me, it's good. I put this that contact in emergent contact, because if it happens something, my cell phone ring. I think that's it. So that's it, guys. I think we don't have time. Let me see the last question to ask. Um, okay, the number 8. So, Fernando, do you think digital tools like reminders, online calendars, and productive apps truly help you use social media better? Or can they sometimes become another disguised, I think, source of distractions?
I think these tools it's necessary and help us in our daily routine. I think it's necessary. It's good for your our daily. I think.
Okay, thank you for your sharing. Leanderson.
Well, in my case, I actually incorporate this into my daily routine. Is was what I what we talked about. That's the Pomodoro technique, and I guess if I don't use that, my routine will be a chaos. So I really need to separate times for meetings, times to create the things in my work, to do the tasks and talk with a lot of people in in the company. And if I don't organize my time, will be a really chaos. So I already use that and I recommend a lot.
I just use a calendar, online calendar, to put some task or some thing there that I I'm not forget, and I put there because helped me so much. Thank you, Leanderson. Viduino, how are you?
Yes, digital tools are very useful if used consciously and better way. But because they can also become a source of distraction. If you receive many notifications from different sources, it can get your attention off. Yeah, it's important to use the better way. I use a calendar like Google Calendar, reminders in my phone to schedule my focus time, time for work, time for gym, meetings. If I check notification too often, maybe it can take my time. It can make me distracted. Yeah, can make me lose my focus. Yeah, these digital tools is very important, but we need to use the better way. Be careful. Set notifications or reminders only the things is very important to you. Yeah, I need to do it. I need to remind about it. Yeah, set the notification about it.
Thank you so much, Eduino, for sharing. Guys, we don't have more time, okay, to answer the questions. I would like to thank you so much to attend this immersion. I really like this time with you. And thank you again, and have a nice Sunday. And the Eduino, Leanderson asked for you if you have a LinkedIn, if you want to send the here in the chat, okay? Feel free. And I'd like to know, guys, about you. Do you like it, the immersion about the subject or not?
Well,
Is
that's
good?
a great subject because nowadays social media is inside our in your routine. So, well, thank you very much for this conversation. Thank you very much for the opportunity to improve that my English skill, and that's it.
Thank you. So, guys, that's it. Okay. Thank you so much, and have a nice Sunday. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.